to, if there are 5 bits and we take away 2 bits, how many will we have left? Very good, 3. If we have 3 and we're going to add 6, then we lower the 1, we're 5 and 1 from the bottom, 5 and 1, 6. And that gives us the number 9. 9 minus 4. We take away the 4. And what does that give us? The number 5. If we have 5 bits and we take away 1 bit, how many will we have left? Well, we'll have 4 bits left. Well, you know that this needs to be practiced, and practice some more. The best way to improve your use of the Soroban is through constant practice. Set aside time every day to practice, and you'll see how your skill improves. The more you practice, the better. And at first, if you can't do it in your head, I insist. This device, which you can also make yourself. I remember the first one I made was with a wooden frame, wires, and bottle caps from soft drinks. But now, let's move on to the second part. With the first one, which is adding, but now it won't show up there. Look, the Soroban with the one in your mind. Look at it. Add 3. Register that in your mind. How is it represented? That. Now, take away 2. Very good. From what you have there, now take away 5. Right? 8, 1, but mentally. Okay? And just looking at the beats, that's all. 1. Now, look at what you seeing in your mind. What number is left there? Yes, the number 8. Let's try another exercise. This time, do it without using the Soroban. If you have it, you can use it at first, and that way you'll understand better. But you really need to make an effort to see it in your mind. And first, let's stick to single-digit numbers, please. All right. Look at the number 2 there on your mental Soroban. 2 bits there. Now add the one that's worth 5. Look at that result there. Don't tell me the answer, just visualize it. Now, take 1 away and see what's left. Next, let's add 3. Look at it there. Now let's take away 4 and see what we have left. Visualize it in your mind. And how much are you seeing in your mind? Correct. The number 5. Another exercise. Let's say, visualize the number 4. Good. You have to see the 4, if not the bit, then the 4 bits there. 4. Look at that. Now, let's take away 2 and see what's left. Then, let's take away 1. Now, add 3. And focus your mind on what you're seeing. Just the beat. Now, Lower the one that's worth 5 and look at what you have left there. And what do you have left? The number 9. So, as I said, you have to practice, practice, practice. The more you practice every day, the more skill you'll gain. You'll develop concentration, memory, because this requires memory, right? There, you're going to make an effort. And above all, it makes you think. Another one, let's see. Look at the number 4, the 4 little beads. Remove one and see what you have left. Looking at that, now lower the top one. Very good. Keep it in your mind. Now, let's subtract 2. Let's remove 2 and see what's left there. Then remove the one that's worth 5 and focus on what you're seeing, on what's left. And did you get the number? 1. One little bit is left. Another exercise. Look at the one that's worth 5. Visualize it. Now, add 3 more beats and keep that in your mind. Remove one. And what do you have left? Look at it there. Just what you have left. Focus on that. Now let's remove 2. And see what's left. And how much is left? Correct? 6. If you're tired, you can take a break, have some water, walk around a bit, and then we continue, right? Or if you want to keep learning, let's continue. The honest add 2 and keep watching the unit counter in your mind. Just look at it there. Now to that, let's add the one that's worth 5. You have to visualize it. Then let's remove 2 beads and see what's left. Now add 6, 5, and 1, 6. Let's see, with what you have there, add 5 and 1, that's 6. And pay attention to what you have in your mind. And what do you have in your mind? Nothing. Because we remove them all. 0. 6. Look at the 6. 5 and 1. 6. See it there. Let's add 2. What do we have left? Look at it there. Now we are going to remove the one that is worth 5. Remove it. And what do you have left in your mind? Look at what's left in your mind. Then let's remove 2 beads. What do we have left? Keep looking at it. Now let's add 2 beads. And how many do you have in mind that you're looking at there? The number 3? 6. Look at it. Now let's add 2 more together. Record it there. I insist you have to look at the beads, right? And what does it represent? Look at it. Now remove the one that's worth 5 and focus on what's left. Look at it. Now let's remove 2. What do we have left there? Look at what's left there. Now let's add 6, the one that's worth 5 and one more, 5 and 1. And how much do we have left? What do you see? The number 7. Another exercise, look at the 6. Plus 2. Look at it. Remove the one that's worth 5. Now let's remove 2 and keep looking at what's left. Then 3. And what are you seeing there in your mind? The number 4. You are seeing 4 beads. Another exercise, look at the 2 beads there. Look at them. Add 2 more. Fix that in your mind. Lower the one that's worth 5, the one that represents 5. Now let's remove 2. Then the one that's worth 5, and keep watching in your mind what's left. Remove the one that's worth 5, and what do you have left? Let's see. The number 2. Because there are 2 B's left, if you would like me to send you a PDF with lots of exercises for you to print and practice, you can write to me at this WhatsApp number. If you have any questions or would like me to give a lecture at your school, I am available both in person and virtually, since I travel to different parts of the world to share my knowledge. You can pause the video and take notes. I have a YouTube channel where I share my math teaching methodology. Many teachers from different countries have commented that they use my videos in their classes, and their students are more motivated and enthusiastic about math thanks to them. And I have some booklets so you can add and subtract as fast as a calculator. Here, these booklets are so you can master the multiplication tables perfectly and multiply in a way that's different from the traditional method. And these are my books. There's even the Soroban there, and I have the manual. With it, you can do any mathematical operation, no matter how difficult or complicated. Let's continue with more exercises. Get your fingers ready, and if you have a Soroban, even better. 1 plus 3 minus 2 plus 5 plus 1 minus 5 plus 7 minus 2 plus 4. How much do you have in your mind? Look, 9. Another exercise, look at the 4 beads. If you're doing it mentally, focus on them. 4 plus 5 minus 2 minus 5 plus 2. minus 3 plus 5 plus exactly 3 minus just 2 plus 1. And how much do you have in your mind? Look at it. 8. You have to make sure to look at the beats. If you see the 8, you see the one on top, which is worth 5 and 3 more. That's the big secret. Remember that I have an academy where I am training children and adults, teaching them my entire method. Because it's not just about the abacus, but also a system for tackling a math problem, concentration, memory, reasoning. Let's continue. Let's look at the number 2. Look at it. Plus 5. Now subtract 1. Plus 3. Minus 2. Minus 5. Plus 2. Minus 3. Plus 2. Plus 1. And what are you seeing in your mind? Then number 4. They say the great concentration that the Soroban gives you. You have to practice it with your siblings, your children, the parents, and in schools. As I repeat, teachers tell me that they play my videos, the ones I have uploaded on YouTube for their students, and the kids have gotten excited about math because I insist it's not just about doing basic operations. With this device, the Soroban, you can do everything a scientific calculator can do. If you saw the video on YouTube of superhumans doing complex calculations, that's because this device made it possible for me. And you also saw the children calculating. So you have to do it too, but you need to dedicate at least 15 minutes every day. And in 8 or 15 days, you'll see the skill and confidence you gain. When you see the 3, plus 5, minus 1, minus 5, minus 2, plus 9. Minus 3, minus 1, plus 2, minus 5. What are you seeing? And number 2, very good. I insist you have to look at the beads and picture them in your mind. When you see the 3, you have to see the 3 beads. And when you see the number 5, the one that's on top, now add 5. Plus 4, minus 1, minus 5, minus 2, plus 3 plus 5 minus 4 plus 3 minus 2. What are you looking at? The number 6. Let's continue. Look, the number 9, everything is on top. 9 minus 4. Look at what's left. Plus 3 minus 5 plus 1 minus 2 plus 5 minus 1 plus 3 minus 2 What are you looking at? Correct. The number 7. Remember that fingers play a big role in stimulating the brain. You see it as you go, so it makes it feel real. You have to use both your right and left hand. The left hand is for when there are 2 digits or more. That's when you use both hands. And each one, remember, is the index finger and the thumb one. Plus 3 plus 5 minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 plus 3 minus 2 And what number do you have in mind? The number 1. I insist. You have to practice daily, practice, practice, and practice. And you'll see the results once you look at a single digit. Then we go to 2 as later, as you see. And it's the simplest thing. The secret is first to master a single digit, but do it well. 4 minus 3 plus 5 minus 1 plus 4 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 What do you have in mind? The number 3. All right. Let's continue. Look, the number 7, the 7 beats plus 2 minus 5 minus 1 plus 5 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 plus 8 minus 3. What's on your mind? The number 5. Let's continue. Look at the 6 plus 2 minus 5 plus 1 plus 5 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 plus 8 minus 2 how much is it? 7. Focus on the technique. It's important to learn the correct technique to manage loneliness efficiently. Dedicate time, learn the correct technique, and you'll see how this helps you solve problems more quickly. As you have seen,